you might be throwing away hundreds of dollars every single season on expensive, chemical-heavy store fertilizers, without realizing that the ultimate secret to a massive, exploding harvest of juicy tomatoes and crisp cucumbers is sitting right inside your kitchen refrigerator. Most people believe that to double their garden yields or protect their fields from devastating diseases, they need to rely on synthetic sprays that leave a harsh residue and wear out the precious soil over time. The truth is, some of the most powerful plant boosters on the planet are completely natural, chemical-free ingredients that human households have used for generations to bake bread and breakfast. When you learn how to combine these common pantry items correctly, you unlock a hidden biological catalyst that triggers rapid root expansion, accelerates heavy flowering, and causes your plants to practically push out sweet, heavy fruits at a breakneck pace. This is the exact secret that seasoned growers keep to themselves. And today, you are going to learn exactly how to use it to achieve double the profits and abundance in your own green spaces. Before we dive into how to blend up this incredibly powerful natural tonic, I would love to invite you to become a permanent part of our growing family by subscribing to the channel right now. We share deeply practical, time-tested home remedies every single week to help your plants thrive naturally, and having you along for the journey means the world to us. While you are clicking that subscribe button, please take a quick moment to drop your location down in the comments section below. Whether you are tending a small plot in a bustling city, managing a family farm in a quiet rural village, or caring for a few pots on a windy district balcony, we have passionate gardeners and hard-working farmers tuning in from every single corner of the world, and knowing exactly where you are growing your beautiful plants helps us understand our global community so much better. It is truly beautiful to see how a shared love for the earth connects all of us across different time zones and climates. So please let us know where you are watching from today. Now, let us get down to the muddy reality of growing two of the most popular, yet completely different, crops in the garden, which are tomatoes and cucumbers. Even though tomatoes and cucumbers have totally different requirements when it comes to watering, structural support, and pruning, the natural supplement we are sharing today delivers absolutely spectacular results for both crops alike. When it comes to watering, knowing the subtle differences between these two plants is the absolute key to keeping them from wilting or rotting. Tomatoes require deep, thorough watering but much less frequently because they possess an extensive root system that loves to dig deep down into the dark, cool earth searching for moisture. You should only give your tomato plants a heavy drink when the top few centimeters of the soil have completely dried out to the touch. If you leave too much stagnant moisture around those deep tomato roots, it causes the base of the plant to suffocate, leading to blossom end rot, and causing those beautiful, ripening red fruits to split and crack open on the vine before you can even pick them. Cucumbers, on the other hand, are an entirely different story because they possess an incredibly shallow root system that simply cannot tolerate a single day of drought without throwing a tantrum. The soil surrounding your cucumber vines must be kept constantly moist, like a wrung-out sponge, but it must remain loose, airy, and highly permeable to avoid drowning the roots and causing root rot. You can actually smell the difference in the earth when a cucumber bed is perfectly hydrated, as it gives off that rich, clean, musky scent of thriving biology. Proper pruning is another massive secret to achieving success with these two heavy feeders, but you have to treat them with individual care. In the case of tomatoes, you need to diligently remove the little side shoots, often called suckers, while they are still smaller than 5 centimeters long, pinching them gently between your thumb and forefinger. You should also regularly strip away the lower leaves all the way up to the first fruit-bearing branch to prevent soil-borne fungi from splashing up onto the foliage during a rainstorm, which keeps the air moving freely through the plant structure. With cucumbers, your focus shifts entirely to shaping the main vine and managing the lower canopy to maximize sunlight penetration. We always clean the bottom 40 centimeters of the cucumber plant by snipping away all the side shoots and early flowers when the vine is young. Later on, as the plant climbs, we prune the secondary side branches back to just 2 leaves, which encourages the vine to continuously set massive clusters of new, heavy, uniform green fruits, instead of wasting its precious energy on excess leafy growth. Tomatoes and cucumbers particularly love natural feeding, and when they receive enough high-quality nutrients through organic matter, the fruits grow significantly larger, noticeably sweeter, and incredibly juicy, regularly loosening and gently fluffing the soil around the base of the plant with a hand fork or hoe also helps the root system breathe much better and absorb those applied nutrients twice as fast. But here is where it gets really interesting, because we are about to reveal a secret combination that traditional growers have quietly used for decades with astonishing success. We are going to combine one ingredient that has been a staple in traditional agriculture for centuries with another everyday item that you always have, sitting right inside your kitchen fridge. These 2 magical ingredients are ordinary baking yeast and common plain yogurt. The combination of yeast and yogurt is an absolute home run among natural supplements, because it merges 2 distinct biological forces into a single, powerhouse elixir. This homemade brew combines the raw, energizing power of yeast, which is completely packed with life-giving B-complex vitamins, essential minerals, and beneficial natural fungi that instantly wake up the dormant microbiology in your soil, with the soothing power of yogurt. Yogurt brings active lactic acid, bioavailable calcium, and millions of friendly bacteria that act as a natural shield, protecting your delicate plant tissues from harmful fungal and bacterial diseases. This inexpensive household supplement is absolutely perfect for tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers because it aggressively encourages rapid root branching, accelerates the onset of heavy blossoming, and protects the broad green leaves from premature yellowing or environmental stress. To find these ingredients, you just need to glance into your baking cupboard for a standard packet of dry active yeast, or step over to your refrigerator to grab a tub of plain, unsweetened yogurt. The basic science behind why this works is wonderfully simple and elegant. When you introduce active yeast to the soil, it feeds on organic sugars and releases carbon dioxide and vital trace minerals, turning the dirt around your crops into a buzzing hive of microbial activity that breaks down locked-up nutrients and hands them directly to the plant roots. Meanwhile, the lactic acid bacteria from the kitchen yogurt colonize the root zone and the leaf surfaces, creating a natural acidic barrier that prevents nasty pathogens like powdery mildew or blight from taking hold. To prepare this incredible garden elixir, you will need a few simple containers and some clean water. First, take a small mixing bowl or a jar and pour in exactly 1 liter of lukewarm water, making sure it is not too hot to the touch so you do not accidentally kill the live organisms. Next, add just 1 single tablespoon of active dry yeast, along with 2 tablespoons of ordinary white granulated sugar from your pantry. Stir the mixture thoroughly until the sugar and yeast are completely dissolved into the warm water. Now, place this small container in a warm, dark spot in your home for about 2 to 3 hours, allowing the yeast to wake up, feast on the sugar, and begin to expand and foam up beautifully at the surface. You will know it is ready when you hear that faint, satisfying fizzing sound and catch the rich, earthy aroma of fermenting dough wafting through the room. Once those 2 to 3 hours have passed and your yeast is fully activated, grab a large bucket or a clean storage barrel and pour in 10 liters of fresh water. Pour your active, foaming yeast mixture directly into the large bucket of water, and then add exactly 1 liter of plain yogurt into the mix. Stir the entire concoction vigorously with a long stick until the yogurt is fully incorporated, and the liquid turns a beautiful, milky, opaque color. Your powerful natural supplement is now fully prepared and ready for immediate use. The beauty of this remedy is that it can be applied beautifully, whether you are a home gardener, caring for a few balcony pots, or a medium-scale farmer, looking after half an acre of dense crops. For the home gardener or household grower, you can simply take a measuring cup or a small watering can and pour between half a liter to 1 full liter of this rich mixture directly around the root zone of each individual tomato and cucumber plant. If you are a small to medium-scale farmer, managing rows upon rows of vegetables, you can easily scale up these exact ratios into large mixing drums and run the strained solution through your backpack sprayers, or pour it directly along your irrigation furrows to drench the soil uniformly. To achieve the absolute maximum results from this household remedy, you should repeat this simple drenching procedure once every 14 days during the critical phases of intensive vegetative growth and heavy flowering. The absolute best time of day to apply this mixture is in the cool, quiet hours of the early morning or late evening, just as the sun is setting. Applying it during these cooler times prevents the precious moisture from evaporating too quickly in the heat of the day, giving those beneficial live bacteria and fungi plenty of time to sink deep into the cool, dark earth and attach themselves to the roots. You will start to notice a dramatic difference in your garden within just a few applications. As the leaves take on a deep, vibrant, velvety green hue, the stems thicken up significantly, and the plants become heavily laden with beautiful, flawless fruits that taste incredibly sweet and vibrant. Most people throw away their expired dairy or leftover baking ingredients without ever realizing what an absolute goldmine of plant nutrition they are sitting on. Your grandmother probably knew the incredible power of using sour milk, whey, and yeast in her garden beds, but somehow this timeless wisdom got lost along the way as modern chemical fertilizers took over the store shelves. By bringing these simple, cost-effective household remedies back to your land, you are not only saving a massive amount of money on input costs, but you are also actively building up the long-term fertility and structure of your soil. There is nothing quite like the feeling of walking out into your garden beds in the morning, hearing the crisp crunch of mulch under your boots, and pulling back the heavy, fragrant green leaves to reveal clusters of giant, juicy tomatoes and perfectly straight, plump cucumbers that were grown entirely with safe, non-toxic ingredients from your own kitchen. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with us today, and for being such an active, supportive part of this wonderful global gardening community. If you found these practical tips helpful, and want to keep discovering more incredible, chemical-free home remedies to transform your harvest, please make sure to hit that subscribe button before you head out. Don't forget to share your city, village, or country in the comments below if you haven't already, because whether you are cultivating a few cherished green pots on a high-rise apartment balcony or managing a vast, sun-drenched farming field out in the countryside, this space is dedicated entirely to you and your success. We have a truly mind-blowing secret coming up in our very next video that involves a common kitchen waste item that will completely revolutionize how you protect your plants from pests, so make sure your notifications are turned on because you absolutely will not want to miss it. Until next time, take great care of yourself.